The forest grew darker with every step. Hercules walked beneath enormous trees, his sword hanging at his side. The oracle's words still echoed in his mind. "Go to Nemea. There, you will face the beast that no mortal can defeat." He had expected the gods to punish him. Instead, they had given him a task, a chance to earn forgiveness. But Hercules did not yet understand what awaited him, because somewhere beyond those trees, something was hunting, and it had been hunting for a very long time. The wind suddenly stopped. No birds, no insects, not even the sound of leaves. Hercules slowed his steps. His hand moved toward his sword. He looked around. Nothing. Only trees, only shadows. Then, crack. A branch broke somewhere behind him. Hercules spun around. His sword came free, but there was nothing there. He breathed slowly. Then he heard it again. A deep, distant growl. Not loud, not yet, but powerful enough to make the ground seem to tremble beneath his feet. Hercules stared into the darkness. For the first time since leaving Delphi, he wondered whether the oracle had sent him somewhere he could not survive. By sunrise, Hercules reached the outskirts of Nemea, but the village was strangely quiet. Doors were shut, fields were empty, carts had been abandoned along the road. Hercules approached an old farmer standing outside a small stone house. The man's face changed when he saw the sword. "You're here for the lion," he whispered. Hercules nodded. The old man looked toward the mountains. "Then you should leave." Hercules frowned. "Why?" The farmer swallowed. "Because everyone who has gone looking for it," he paused, "has never returned." Hercules looked toward the distant hills. "How many?" The farmer shook his head. "Too many." That night, Hercules entered the valley. The moon appeared between the clouds, and there, in the distance, stood a lion. But it was unlike any lion Hercules had ever seen. Its body was enormous. Its mane was dark and thick. Its eyes reflected the moonlight like burning gold. Hercules slowly raised his sword. The lion stared directly at him. Neither moved. Then the beast roared. The sound exploded through the valley. Birds scattered from the trees. Dust shook from the cliffs. Hercules tightened his grip. "Come on." The lion charged. Hercules swung. The sword struck the lion's hide and broke. Hercules stared at the shattered blade in disbelief. The lion barely seemed wounded. It charged again. Hercules jumped aside as the beast crashed into a stone wall. The impact sent fragments flying. Hercules rolled across the ground and quickly rose. His breathing became heavier. His sword was useless. His strength alone might not be enough. The lion turned. Its eyes locked onto him, and Hercules finally understood. This was not simply a battle of strength. It was a battle of survival. The lion disappeared into a nearby cave. Hercules followed. Inside, the darkness was almost complete. He could hear breathing, slow, heavy, close. Hercules stopped. Then he noticed something. The cave had two entrances, and suddenly he understood the oracle's command. The beast could always escape, unless he took away its escape route. Hercules backed out of the cave. He found enormous stones nearby. One by one, he began moving them. His muscles strained. His feet dug into the earth. But eventually, the second entrance was sealed. The lion was trapped. Hercules stepped back. Silence. Then two golden eyes appeared in the darkness. The lion exploded from the shadows. Hercules caught it. The impact drove him backward. His feet carved lines into the earth. The beast roared inches from his face. Hercules pushed back. For several moments, neither creature moved. Then Hercules remembered the baby in the cradle, the serpents, his childhood, his mistakes, the tragedy, the oracle. He wasn't fighting because he wanted glory. He was fighting because he needed to become something better. With a final burst of strength, Hercules forced the lion backward. The beast collapsed. The valley became silent. Hercules stood over it, exhausted. He had won. But the victory felt different from anything he had ever experienced. There was no celebration, no cheering crowd, only silence, and the realization that his journey had truly begun. Hercules looked at the lion's body. He remembered the sword breaking against its hide. He understood why the beast had been feared. Its skin was unlike anything he had ever seen. So Hercules used the lion's own claws to separate its hide. When he finally stood again, he wrapped the enormous pelt around his shoulders for the first time. The legendary image of Hercules began to take shape. Not a prince, not a god, not a man seeking glory, a mortal who had survived the impossible. Hercules returned to Nemea. The villagers slowly stepped from their homes. At first, nobody spoke. Then the old farmer saw what Hercules carried, the lion's head. The village erupted in disbelief. Children ran into the streets. People gathered around him. But Hercules remained quiet. He looked toward the distant mountains. He knew one victory would never be enough. The oracle had not told him to defeat one monster. There were more, much more. Far away in the palace of King Eurystheus, a messenger arrived. He fell to his knees. "My king?" Eurystheus looked up. "The lion." The messenger nodded. "Hercules killed it." For a moment, Eurystheus said nothing. Then his face tightened. Because he had hoped the first task would destroy Hercules. Instead, it had made him stronger, much stronger. Eurystheus looked toward the darkness beyond his palace. If he survived that, he slowly stood. Then I know what to send him next. Deep beneath the earth, something moved. A swamp trembled. Black water rippled across the surface. Then, another head rose, and another, and another. 9 serpentine heads emerged from the darkness. Their eyes opened one by one. The creature hissed. The Lernaean Hydra had awakened, and Hercules had no idea that his next labor would be far more dangerous than the first.